Here's something uncomfortable. In period 9, deals don't fall apart because founders lack skill. They fall apart because founders momentarily forgot who they are. And the buyers feel that wobble instantly. Have you noticed moments where a conversation was going fine, then suddenly fell off? And do you feel like less a sales issue and more like you were not fully anchored in yourself? Well, 3 reasons why you should watch this video to the end. First, because identity instability transmits faster than words. Secondly, because period 9 buyers are extremely sensitive to internal inconsistency. And finally, because no amount of tactics can compensate for a wobbling center. So if you choose to stay to the end of the video, these are the 3 key takeaways. You will understand what identity wobble actually looks like in a sales conversation. You will see why buyers disengage even when nothing went wrong. You will know what founders must stabilize internally before changing strategy. So if you ever replayed a conversation wondering why it slipped, well, do stay with me, that will explain it. Okay, so let's name the thing. What is identity wobble in period 9? It's that subtle shift when you started second guessing yourself mid-conversation, when you adjust your tone to please, when you soften a position you actually believe in. Nothing dramatic happens, but the energy changes, and the buyers feel it. So why identity wobble matters more in period 9 then? Well, because period 9 buyers are not just evaluating your offer, they are evaluating your internal alignment. They are asking, often unconsciously, does this person trust their own judgment? Will they hold steady when things get uncomfortable? If the answer feels unclear, the buyers pause, not because they doubt your offer, but because they doubt the anchor. So what are some core mistakes founders make? Well, founders think wobble is harmless. They tell themselves they are being flexible. They call it being adaptable or customer-centric. But in period 9, flexibility without grounding feels like drift. And drift kills confidence fast. So what must you do instead as founders? Well, you must stay anchored to a clear point of view. Why? Because consistency signals reliability under pressure. And you must tolerate disagreement without self-correction. Why? Because not collapsing under challenge builds trust. You must also stop editing yourselves in real time. Why? Because authenticity in thinking beats perfection in delivery. So what else must you stop doing? Well, stop adjusting your stance to keep the buyer comfortable. You see, comfort delays decisions. Stop seeking validation mid-conversation. Validation seeking is visible even when unspoken. And also stop confusing flexibility with leadership, because leadership requires a center. So here's the reality, my friends. In period 9, buyers don't disengage because founders say the wrong thing. They disengage because founders stop being solid. You see, high-ticket decisions requires an anchor, and that anchor is founder's identity. So I hope this explains the moment where you felt yourself wobble. Please do not ignore it. So follow this channel if you want clarity about selling in period 9. And this cycle doesn't reward perfect technique. It rewards founders like you who can stay rooted when the pressure is on. See you in my next video.